What's good, y'all? Welcome to an episode of Buzz Boys. I'm your host, Terry. And today we're going to be talking about if the Charlotte Hornets can win the Summer League championship. Um, I do think it's something that's viable. I think it's something that we can accomplish. And most importantly, it's something that the players themselves have set as a goal. And that's really what matters. Um, Liam McNeeley came out. This was probably probably about a week ago now, where he came out and said, their goal is to win the Summer League championship. Um, and when you look at the roster, I mean, do I think that we can? Um, yeah, I do. Honestly, at the end of the day, man, I mean, we have young talent from last year. KJ Simpson got valuable NBA minutes at the end of the season. Um, Damian Ball got some NBA minutes at the end of the season. Um, and then, I mean, we have Tijan, who I'm expecting to take a leap for sure. Um, and with that being said, you think about the draft class from this year. I mean, the coaches have already been ranting and raving about Zion James and his defensive ability. You got a lockdown defender that can guard other team's best player. Um, Khan, you know, pure scorer. I don't want to say shooter because he's really just a three-level scorer. Um, do a little bit of everything. And I think he's going to definitely, show why he was drafted as high as he was. I think we got a couple of guys out there with chips on their shoulder. Um, Liam was, pretty much just talking about um, how he slid down to 29. He was projected to go like anywhere between like 17 and 20, like kind of, you know, out of the lottery, but like late teens, early 20s. And, he fell to almost out of the first round. So he has a chip on his shoulder. Um, so I think these guys are here to play, man. Um, I think they got a lot to prove and they're talented. Um, Liam is somebody who I was just talking about yesterday or the other day. He had a 38-point game in college versus Creighton against Ryan Kalkbrenner's team. Ryan, and then on top of that, Ryan Kalkbrenner, four-time Big East player, defensive player of the year, uh, national defensive player of the year last year. So we have that anchoring the post, and on top of that, he can knock down threes. Like I'm just the draft class that we have coming in, and last year's draft class. I mean, I feel good that we could have a chance. We don't really have any random veterans. There's some team that just have like random veterans. Like the Lakers have Darius Baisley. He's just killing because he's like a 3-4 year guy at this point. We don't really have that. Um, but I think that this team at this point is probably a nice cohesive unit. So I do feel good. Um, and I mean, we have some other guys who are decent. PJ Hall, somebody who played last year for the Nuggets. A big like stretch the floor from Clemson. He probably learned a thing or two. Going against Jokic in practice and stuff like that. Um, so ultimately, I think that we have a chance. We have DJ Rodman, um, obviously Dennis Rodman's son. We got a few guys up here who can provide a little bit of something, but mainly it's going to be about last year's draft picks and this year's draft picks and PJ Hall. That's really what it's going to be about. But Summer League's full of surprises. We saw Matt Morgan pop off last year and just go crazy for like 36. People were just talking about that today on the TL. So anything is possible, man. But I definitely do feel good about these players that we have, man. They're all talented and they can all make shots. And that's really what I'm just so excited to see is just a bunch of people on the floor that can all shoot. I'm happy to see what that looks like. I'm happy to see what that looks like. I'm very excited, man. Like I'm very excited for tomorrow's game, man. I am gonna be in DC tomorrow for the game, so um hopefully, I can still make some content after the game. I don't know. I don't really know what that situation is gonna look like. But damn sure gonna watch. I don't care what I got going on. I'm gonna be watching that fucking game. Um and I hope that we can go undefeated, man. Let me look at the schedule that we have. I know we play the Utah Jazz tomorrow. Yeah, we play Utah Jazz. Um, we got a little bit of a ringer. I'm not gonna lie. Got to play, Ace Bailey, Utah Jazz, VJ Edgecombe, 76ers. We gotta play Cooper Flags, Dallas Mavericks, and then we play the Spurs. So, you know, we have a tough schedule, bro. But I think that we can make some wins, and possibly even go undefeated. We still can't. I watched the Jazz the other night. I watched the Jazz. They already played a few times because of the Salt Lake City Summer League. Um, you know, they're okay. Nothing too crazy. Even Ace Bailey, I mean, his first game was terrible. Second game was, all right. Um, as far as Philly goes, I know VJ Edgecombe, it was something with his thumb, so he hasn't been playing since that first game. Um, that was, like I said, Salt Lake City or wherever they were. So as far as Vegas Summer League goes, he could be back playing, but VJ Edgecombe could potentially be out. Um, and then, Cooper Flag with the Mavericks is really kind of like, besides Cooper Flag, who else do they have? So it could be a depth thing for them. And the Spurs, I mean, I don't really know who they have either. Carter Bryant, I mean, because Wemby's obviously not going to play. And damn, my mind is going so blank. Stephon Castle, he's not obviously not going to play. So, where's the young talent we need to necessarily be scared of with the Spurs? So, I think that we can get it done, man. We have a lot of talented scorers and that can score in a lot of different ways, man. And most importantly, the team has looked good. And obviously, during highlights, everybody looks good, knocking down shots and practices and all of that. But I truly do think that the team looks good as a cohesive unit in these clips that the team is putting out. But ultimately, it's going to come down to can they put it together tomorrow? Do they have the chemistry, man? But anyways, I just wanted to get something out there just to kind of get some content out before Summer League officially starts tomorrow, man. Tomorrow is a new era. Also, even while I was watching this Pelicans who was playing Pelicans Timberwolves game on right now, the first game of Summer League, the commentator somehow got to talking about Creighton and Ryan Kalkbrenner and how they can't wait to see him play tomorrow. 4-time defensive player, like literally, they were talking about it, how he can stretch the floor, all of it. So literally, man, like this is a new day, it's a new era as far as Charlotte Hornets basketball. People are looking forward to seeing us play. I'm happy, man, and I definitely feel like we have turned a page. As far as the Hornets trajectory goes, man, I feel like we're definitely entering a new era. Yeah, so I'm astounded. Just to turn around, and I'm just happy to see it tomorrow, man. I'm excited. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap this up. I will catch y'all tomorrow at some point after the game. I'm gonna make some type of content. I'm not gonna be here. I'm not gonna be at home, but I'll get something out to you guys. Yeah, man. I'll catch y'all. Peace. Oh, also, y'all comment down below. Do y'all think that we can win the championship? What do y'all think our record will be? Realistically, I'll say 3-1. I'll say 3-1. And then after that, I think there's like a winners bracket, losers bracket. But I'll just come out and say 3-1 at first. I'm not gonna say we go 4-0, but I think that we could. But I'm just gonna stay humble, say 3-1. But honestly, 4-0 is obtainable. It's obtainable. It's not like we have like a Brandon Miller type, player or anything like that. That's like, oh yeah, he's gonna come in and dominate. So really, it's gonna depend on Tijon and Khan. How dominant are they? Are they dropping 20-point games? Like that's really what's gonna make the difference for real. But y'all comment down below. What do y'all think we're gonna see from this team? Peace.